morning, everyone. Welcome to Janderra. I'm Gerwin, and tonight we're going to do our weekly catch-up and chat and have a look at what's been happening on Janderra over this week. It's been an interesting week. So yeah, let's see what I can show you as to what's been happening. Other than it being cold, it's been quite cold here. Not as cold as other places, but it has been cool. So we've had a busy week, very busy week this week. Lots of things happening, lots of things going on. Just going to swap these over onto the other window. Sorry about the cough. I do have a little bit of a cold. Actually, I don't know if it's a cold or if it's just the fact that the weather's been very changeable. So yes, so let's have a look at what we've been up to this week. See what I can find. What can I find? We can share the page, right? Okay. There we go. So there's my homepage, obviously, on YouTube. So we've been doing lots and lots of things this week. Let's have a look. We had a lovely catch up last week. So we did Gladiator 4 challenge for Shed Wars, where I planted out some things that I got, some seeds that I got from food that I bought at the shops. So I planted out some papaya, so it's a red papaya, some garlic, some mandarin seeds, some apple seeds, and what else did I plant? But yeah, feel free to go and have a look. You can see what I planted. It was had lots of fun doing that video. Pardon me. Did an update on the worm farm, and this one was really interesting because I wonder if I can find the part of the clip. Cosmic Chariots were really concerned about this because there's something. I'll take it back a minute because I missed it again. So I'm about a minute into the video. Let's play it through. So I've just put the boy's hair in there because I cut the boy's hair last week. That video is doing really well. So if you're ever looking for a video on how to actually cut 11-year-old boy's hair or 4-year-old boy's hair. So this little section here, watch this bit here. This is the bit that had the Cosmic Cultivators very concerned. Hi, down on Boddington Farm. Hi, Bibby. How you going? How are the chicks? Have you had any more chicks hatch? So that there. Cosmic Cultivators were very concerned that I had a snake. Now, looking back on the video, I wasn't so concerned about that, simply because that tail was white and we don't have any deadly white snakes. Our snakes are, the venomous ones are brown or black. So red-bellied blacks are a big problem. But to put everyone's mind at rest, I did get my husband to help me check the worm farm this afternoon, and there were no snakes. Just lots and lots of worms, which is absolutely fantastic. So let's see. So the other thing, I did an update on the pond plants. They were all doing quite well, although the mulberry tree is starting to lose some of its leaves. Hi, Darren. The link to join the panel is pinned at the top. So if you want to join in, please feel free to. And big exciting thing that's happening at the moment is down on Boddington Farm, Bibby and Agent are actually hatching some of the chicks from my chickens. So I've got a pen of chickens that's got Rhode Island Red rooster, plus 2 Rhode Island Red hens and some white and black or white hens. So the 3 of them were a white hen crossed with a blue Australorp, and the other 2 were just white bondbirds, so nothing terribly exciting. Hi, Homestead Aquarius. Hi, Robert. So nice of you to join me. Now, if anyone wants to come up on the panel, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. So feel free to come in and join me. It's a bit chilly here, so yes. Hi, Serge. So yeah, very excited about that. Let's see, we did get a bit of rain. We got 11 mil, I think it was. And this was really exciting. Andy from McDowell Manor, he actually, I was having some challenges with trying to figure out, actually, that's not what that video is. Where is that video? It should be up here somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, I found a website to actually show me what the private weather stations on the internet. So if you Google underground weather, it'll actually show you privately owned weather stations for your area, or anywhere in the world, really. And I did a video on it, but I can't see it here for some reason. Maybe I haven't, it may not have been released yet. That could have gotten me. There. Hi, Dawn. Thanks for joining me. As I said, if anyone wants to join the panel, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. So yeah, let's see. Oh, and I was preparing my red papayas for frost, which I don't think we've actually had any frost yet, but they're doing really well. They're quite happy little papayas. But that's what that video is all about. My husband did have some ice on his windscreen when he went to work, but again, the papayas were fine. There weren't any problems. The moringa is looking like it's starting to drop some leaves, but that's more because it's winter and moringas are deciduous. So, but really pleased with how well the moringa's growing. Really, really pleased with all of that. And the boys and I planted some potatoes, which was really fun. As to whether or not it'll work or not, I don't know. I've never had any luck growing potatoes. It is not something that I'm good at. Sweet potatoes, I can do sweet potatoes, but normal potatoes, I've never had any luck. So this is a totally new method that I'm trying to do, and hopefully it'll work well. The boys got to have a try of the first strawberry from our strawberry plant that we did the video on a couple of weeks ago. I don't know. There are links in the video anyway. And then I did a Shed Wars video showing how to propagate from runners from strawberries. So yes, and how I use the I've got these little self-watering pot plants, as well as a strawberry tower that I have never used before either. So yes, lots of new things. And then I did my Sunday Night Live prep. So yes. And now I'm live now, and you're all here. It's so nice to have you here with me. But the other thing that's really exciting this week is, now where did I put it? I don't think it's uploaded yet. But if I go to my channel, I'll be able to find links to my boys' channels, because Will It Grow, so John from Will It Grow, actually set up a new challenge. Oh, it's all good, Betty. Thank you for coming back. So these are my boys. So you got Matthew at Janderra and Jonathan at Janderra. Oh, this is Crystal's channel. She's my 24-year-old. Actually, I didn't realize I had Alethea up there. I thought I had Crystal the Songbird. I'll have to fix that. I'll have to put Crystal the Songbird back up there. She is. If you haven't heard any of Crystal's music, she's got some beautiful stuff. Thanks, Dawn. Yes, hit the thumbs up, please. Glad you could join me, Nettie. So Matthew and Jonathan have done their Shed Wars Youth Division video. So I'm hoping that I've done the titles and everything right. But go have a watch of Matthew's video. I mean, there's parts of it that are the same for both boys. So he wasn't quite sure what he was saying, but that's not what I wanted.
I'm going to be planting.
So it's a little bit fuzzy at the moment, me trying to share it through, play it while I'm running my live. But if you go and have a watch of Matthew's video and leave him a comment, he would absolutely love it. He would just be absolutely delighted.
My brother will be doing it too.
And that's Jonathan. And he's made a video as well. And it's just super cute. Because the boys had a little bit of banter.
I'll put a link for it somewhere up the top of the video.
And Matthew did. He actually did the cards for both his and Jonathan's videos.
And I want to say thank you to Mr. John from Woodcutter and Mr. Robert from where?
Homestead Aquarius.
Homestead Aquarius.
I should have written it down and had little cards or something.
That's my
Hi,
introduction.
Terry. Welcome. If you want to join the panel, the link is
So,
up the top of the chat.
what next, boys? What are you gonna do?
Step 1.
What's step 1?
Pouring wood chips into the pots.
Okay, let's get into it.
They had a lot of fun. So, and this part of the video is actually the same for both boys, but I'll go through and show you Jonathan's. Jonathan's is just super cute because he's 4. I mean, really. Do you get to give them a fine? No, they didn't count. Matthew was going to count because he had like 12 calendula calendula plants in his pot. He was asking me if he had to break them up. But no fining them, John.
What do I say?
What's your name?
My name is Jonathan, and welcome to Janderra.
He's only 4.
How old are you?
4 years old.
And what are you going to be doing today?
I'm going to plant some pots.
Oh, what plants are you going to plant?
I'm going to plant some chocolate mint
Yep,
and some strawberry
yep.
and some calendula
Lovely. And some lettuce?
and some lettuce.
Excellent. So, and what is this a part of? What's this special video for?
That was youth division.
Shed Wars Youth Division? Cool. And who set it
Jonathan's
up? Who you
overalls
gotta
are so
say
cute.
thank
He's
you to?
obsessed with them.
I don't know what your names are. Don't know.
You say Mr. John? Say thank you, Mr. John.
Thank you, Mr. John.
And Mr. Robert.
And thank you, Mr. Robert.
And they're from Woodcutter and Homestead Aquarius. Okay, so what next, boys? What are you gonna do?
Step 1.
What's step 1?
Pouring wood chips into the pot.
So there are lapovers
Okay,
with both
let's
videos
get
because they
into
were both recording the same thing. Hi, Terry. How you going? Oh, I can't hear you. Oh, I wonder if it's my sound. Is my sound playing up? I put my headphones in. But the boys had so much fun making their video and they're so excited about it. So go over and check out their channels and support their videos and leave them a comment. They had a lot of fun doing this. I can't hear anything. Are you saying anything? No, I still can't hear anything.
Okay, so now we're up to watering the plants.
Well, I can hear
Yeah,
through my system, so...
What's in your water?
Oh, okay. Dawn
Yeah,
can't
the
hear you
plants.
either, Terry,
So what are the
if you're
plants
speaking.
specifically?
It makes me feel better knowing that you guys can't hear it either. But I prefer that Terry was able to be able to heard.
You can say them if you want to. You don't really need to say the name of the plants. You may need a little bit more water on that strawberry, buddy.
Oh, she's going to come back.
Oh,
But yeah, if anyone else would like to join me on the panel, the link is up the top of the chat. I'll pop it in again.
On the actual chocolate mint, bud.
But the boys just had so much fun. And
That's the boy.
they were diligently watering the plants again this morning. So please go over and have a look. Check out their
Look over the
video.
lettuce.
leave them a nice little comment. Mind you, it means I've got to remember to actually check it. So,
Got it all over it.
but yeah. Actually,
Depends on
while I'm on here, if John is and Robert are still here, am I supposed to have uploaded their videos to my channel or to their personal channels? Or does it not matter?
And if we put these pots
Because at the moment I've got
directly
them.
underneath it,
Yeah, and then you won't have to.
At the moment I've got them uploaded onto their channels.
Not as much.
I'll get the extra.
Dawn, you're wanting
Oh,
to know
that's
more about
planted,
Nightbot.
planted.
I've got a video in my tech
boy.
tips playlist that goes into Nightbot, and how to set it up and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so I hope that helps.
Done.
Good job.
There's Matthew put all the end screens up and all the cards all the way through the video. He did a very good job. And Jonathan had to eat a bit of chocolate mint. He was asking the whole time, saying, "Can I have the chocolate mint?"
Can you say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Thanks, Nettie. Now you make sure you get a good night's sleep, miss, because you've got school for the boys tomorrow. And you're up late making a cake last night. It's all good. But yes, so that's basically what our week has been. But if you're looking for the boys' channels and you just go to my channel, and I've got featured channels in here so you can find the boys' channels. And if you're looking for the tech tips, I've got the tech tip playlist in here, which it'll have videos on how to end screens on your phone, what a short is, how to change your thumbnail on your phone, growing your YouTube your channel, Shed Wars hashtags. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry. But there's a video in there on Nightbot as well, I think. And if there's not, there should be. Because I did do one on Nightbot. There it is. 4 simple steps to setting up Nightbot. So yes, I hope that helps. Oh, I'm so glad that Adam's going to be home tomorrow night. That'll make life a lot easier for you. It's always a challenge when the hubby's away. Always a challenge. Oh, look at that. I totally wasn't paying attention to the stream. Sorry, guys.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I had to fix the sound on
I
my
can
computer.
I can hear you, Terry. Hi, Darren. Hi, Carol.
G'day, mate. How you doing?
Hello, Darren, John.
Hello. How is everyone doing tonight? I hope you weren't sitting in my basement for too long.
No.
Oh, that's good.
No.
That's good.
I just woke up, so
So-
you go forgive me.
I got to forgive you? Okay, we can do that. Now, John, with the Shed Wars Youth Division videos, are they supposed to go on my channel or on the boys' channel, or it doesn't matter?
They can go on your channel. The channel doesn't matter.
Okay, cool. Well, they're on the boys' channel.
If you feature them on your channel, it's going to get a lot more views, obviously.
Yes. I have mentioned them on one of my videos and sent links over to their videos saying that they'd done their pots, but they wanted the videos on their channels.
That's totally fine. That's totally fine. We can all support their channels as well.
Excellent.
I'm actually gonna go and check out their channels and support their channels.
Thank you. Not that Jonathan has a lot, although he keeps trying to go outside with the phone and take videos, but if he gets to press record, he doesn't know what he's doing, so he's just standing there carrying the camera around.
Hey, as long as he's trying, you know, the children, getting the children involved, I think it's fantastic to get the children involved.
I've lost count a number of times I've been filming and not pressed the button.
Same
Yeah.
here.
Same here.
There's a lot of times I'm filming and I wish I didn't press the button.
I did that the other day for like a half hour.
Yeah.
I was walking around talking and thought I was recording and I wasn't. Totally messed up my day.
The bad part is when you're mixing something or making something and you forgot to press record.
Night, Dawn.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
can't
that's
go back and
bad.
redo
Well,
that.
especially like you,
Yeah.
Darren. Like if you're doing like a forging video, you can't go back and redo. You know what I
No,
mean?
you've got to start again.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Well, yeah, you got to start
What-
again. Yeah, I totally understand it.
Or if you're doing a cooking video, and I've done that where I've been making pastry or something, and I've had to make another batch of pastry because I didn't hit record.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very frustrating.
It is.
Oh, Adam did a whole review once and he didn't film it.
Oh no. I did that one time with the soap review for a friend's homemade soap. And I thought
Will you shut up?
and nope. Didn't record it.
The dog's at it
Go
again.
back and do it all.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
She's on
that's
your
the dog.
team.
I'm Terry. I'm sorry. I was talking to the dog.
Oh, I know you were.
Yeah, but I wasn't going to miss an opportunity.
No.
Oh, I know.
Come on, Darren.
Hey, Bats.
He loves staring you, John.
I do love Terry. Terry's great.
So how's your weather doing up there, John?
How's my weather?
Yeah.
My about 70s, 80s.
Oh,
Pretty.
you got some nice weather up there. You
Yeah.
want some humidity? I'll give you some.
No, I'm all set. I'm good. I'm good.
We have heaps of humidity here at the moment, especially at night. It's like it was up like 96%. The fog was amazing. Like it didn't clear until 11 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, wow.
It was still in the low 70s here last night, like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I'm out in the ocean every morning. I get out to the water about 5:30, 6 in the morning, and it's nice breeze, beautiful. I love it.
Did I miss you in the basement 8, Bibby? I'm sorry.
John, have you ever thought about doing a video of what's like for you when your day's out working? So people can see exactly what you do?
No, I've thought about it, but it's difficult because it's so fast paced that the cell phone it just gets wet. You know, it's because the boat is always moving and it's too fast paced. And you know, the only way I could do it would be to set up like a live or like just a record and just leave the phone and not talk at all because it's too fast paced.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, trying to film and the way it interrupts with everything you do.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, yeah, exactly. Like I operate the boat, and between me messing around with the camera and trying to operate the boat, that interferes with work and actually getting the job done. My job is not about YouTube. My job is about doing my job and doing my job. So.
Yeah, and if you're operating the boat and get it sideways at the wrong time,
yes,
then that's a problem.
Yes, it's a problem. Yes, I mean it's negligence. If an accident is to happen because of me trying to create a YouTube video, and if something is to happen, it's all on me, and it's a liability I don't want to take.
Yeah,
so
that's it.
Sounds like wisdom.
Now, do you do your job even during the winter? Do you have to do?
Do I do what?
Do you work during the winter?
Yes, 52 weeks a year. I don't stop.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't stop. Yeah.
People want oysters all year long.
Yes, they do.
Oh, they do, don't they?
And the thing is that my company, we have oysters 52 weeks a year. Most companies shut down. They don't have them, but I do. So.
That's good. But I can't imagine being out there during bad weather and stuff like that, especially like hurricanes that go through up there.
Somebody has to do it. If it's not me, it's going to be somebody else.
If you get lows blow through, then it gets pretty gnarly out there. It can be in the middle of summer with a low blowing through, and it's going to be gnarly.
Yeah. I mean, it's cold. It's cold in the winter, like it gets really cold. But the only thing that gets cold really is my feet, because the boat, as we're working, the boat fills up with water, and I'm standing in water and slush and ice, for 3, 4, 5 hours. My feet get extremely frozen, numb. But other than that, once the face, the torso, you dress correctly, but your feet, you can never. Doesn't matter what you do, you can't protect your feet and your hands. They get you can't.
Yeah, you lose dexterity once you try and glove them up
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
any sort of thickness to keep them warm.
I tell you what. There's only one body part. I'm not gonna say what it is. But if you want to warm up your hands, you just put them down your waders for 2 minutes, and you're all nice and warm.
You're talking about using the femoral arteries for warming?
Yes, and it works.
That's what I figured.
I can't get my feet there, but I can get my hands, and it works.
Yeah, I'm not that flexible either, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Nope.
Me neither.
Not even remotely.
Nope.
is this going sideways already?
No,
No,
Oh, okay.
it's not.
we're talking about the femoral artery.
Yes.
The biggest artery that runs through your body.
I'm not going to say anything about that.
It's true. It's a medical fact.
Okay.
See, Bibby was calling oysters snot rocks.
They are.
Snot rocks?
Yeah.
Snot rocks.
No.
Yeah.
I've never tried eating a raw oyster or clam.
Disgusting.
I couldn't. I'll eat them fried. I'll eat them cooked into a sauce for like spaghetti, like a clam sauce. But no.
It depends. It depends on how. Like a lot of people that I serve like a raw oyster to, they think it's disgusting until there's a certain way you eat a raw oyster where you actually have to chew it to actually not look at it as like a snot or a booger, something like that. And as soon as they try it, where you chew it like 2-3 times, it's not. It all of a sudden it breaks the texture and it doesn't look like a slimy, slurpy thing that you just put down your throat.
Yeah, but it tastes disgusting too when you're chewing it.
Well, the taste, that's a preference. I mean, I like the taste because it tastes like the ocean. I like
It'd
the
be like
taste.
grabbing a slug with your bare hand. No, thank you.
Yeah, see,
Hey,
my
so-
mum
look,
loves
a lot of
oysters. My mum absolutely
people-
loves oysters. I don't think I've ever tried
Yeah.
them.
I mean, there's people that eat, fried crickets and
No,
cockroaches.
Nope. No, thank you.
Me? No, thank you.
Bibby doesn't like oysters either.
I'll eat cooked oysters. I'll eat Kilpatrick. I'll eat them with XO sauce with ginger and garlic. Delicious. But raw, no, can't do it.
Hey, Agent.
I have a friend up in
Hi,
Canada.
Lion Chris.
She loves eating snails. It's like there's a place near her up there that does they'll
Escargot?
steam them. Yeah, I can't do that. I asked her one time. I said, "How on earth can you eat that?" She was like, "Just poke it and eat it." And I was like, "No, nope, I can't do it."
Oh, look at
I'll
that.
eat anything.
I forgot about my light. I actually do have a light.
Let there be light.
Hi, Lion
And
Chris.
yes, Agent, that feeds the femoral artery. Smart ass.
Am I being too loud? No. Okay.
Hi, time to shine.
Hi, time to shine.
Now, is that Angel or is it Tom? I believe Time to Shine went fishing this morning after he picked a whole heap of vegetables. So how is your week been, John?
Oh, I had a good time last night. Stayed up till 1 o'clock in the morning. 2 in the morning. Lit a big fire outside, and we're having a graduation party today.
Oh, cool.
And I'm
Who
about to
graduated?
head off.
Did you
my
finish
stepson-
kindergarten?
My stepson graduated.
Congratulations to your stepson.
Yes, congratulations to him.
He's a very good man, and he actually did it with flying colors. That's awesome for him.
That is awesome, mate.
Yes, it is.
And
So
I'm
wait,
about to
My
head off to
14-year-old
work to
is
go
so
grab a whole big cooler of ice. So I'm gonna let you guys go, but thank you for having me.
It was good
thank
seeing
you for
John.
joining us.
Always a pleasure to see you, John, and maybe TJ.
Always.
Okay, you too, Darren. Bye, Terry. Bye, Garowin.
See ya. Have a good day.
Okay, you too. Thank you.
So what have you been up to, Terry?
How the hell do I get out of this stupid thing? How do I get out of here?
It says leave studio down the bottom.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Terry. I see the stupid button.
It's always good for a laugh.
Yep.
It's such a good sport. So what have you been up to this week, Terry?
Well, trying to get things straight with my chickens and these chicks. Trying to get stuff to actually grow in my garden that the birds and the squirrels aren't going to dig up and eat has been challenging because for a while we didn't have rain for like 2 months here. So
Yep.
I'd water things in and then we'd get these freak rainstorms come through. And it started about 2 weeks ago. And it wasn't that nice, gentle rain that would soak in. It was pouring down rain. And I had one of my half-gallon barrels one day when, a storm came through and it rained a heavy downpour for like an hour. And I went outside and one of my empty half-gallon, my barrels out there, it was over half full of water.
Oh, wow.
One grapevine. That's the day I learned that my one grapevine barrel didn't have any holes in it, so I had to take my circular saw, my drill, and put some holes near the bottom. And my other barrel that had my Cherokee Tan pumpkins in it, I had put holes in that, so that would drain out because they were just sitting in water. But so far, everything's doing okay. All my volunteer plants that are coming up are doing good. My tomato plants are doing good. I'm getting tomatoes.
Excellent.
I gotta go out and plant more green bean seeds this week because I keep getting animals or some kind of bugs eat the leaves off of them.
Oh, that's
come
frustrating.
up and sprout, and I wait a couple days before I'm going to do a video. I go out and it's gone to the ground.
Ah.
So I got this tool, and I'm gonna put this over it. And I'm gonna put stuff around where I put the seeds. So hopefully, whatever's going up to them, if it's slugs, will stay away from it. I gotta do something.
Well, the glitter should scare everything away.
It's only a little bit shiny. Just a little bit. See?
It's a little bit shiny.
Just a little bit.
I've heard of using chill before as an insect repellent, but never the glitter one.
It's bling. Hey. You got to add the bling.
It was only $5 for this. No, $8.
Morning, Ed.
For a whole thing.
Hi, Ed.
The whole thing. Hey, Ed. But it's only $7-8 for that, and the shipping was free because I bought other things. No not rabbits, because I have not seen any. The cats around here, the stray cats that live around the neighborhood, no, they don't last long. Slugs, yes. I've got to go. This week I'm going to go to the store and buy a couple cans of beer and put them in some pie pans. And with the slugs, they're a little swimming party.
I know someone who done a video on shouting slugs of beer.
Yeah, but I will not be handling them with my bare hands.
Why not?
Agent saying coffee grounds sprinkled on the ground he finds is a good deterrent for snails and slugs.
I've tried that before here in. I did that a couple years ago, and they went right over them.
Yep.
I've used eggshells, diatomaceous earth. I'm not gonna act like I read that.
Any of those barrier things don't work once they get wet.
No. And I've put them on the ground on dry days and come out the next day and all my plants are gone. And it's
That's
not
frustrating.
grasshoppers this year because this year I haven't seen any. Usually I see them by now. And I haven't been seeing any. Even though we had a really mild winter last winter, we had cold, but not so much cold. We had more rain than anything else.
Hey, Agent, at my house, everything likes coffee, mate.
I was going to say maybe they're related to Darren.
He doesn't have blood through his veins. He has coffee through his veins.
He does. And Ed's saying that he did his first good harvest of zucchini and squash.
Cool.
He's got some really big ones. It'll be interesting to see how they taste. They might be a bit... Because aren't you supposed to eat squash when they're zucchini when they're fairly small? He had some really big ones.
You can...
No.
You can
eat them any size.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Oxygen Farmer put in a rebuttal against my big zucchini video because he didn't have a big zucchini. And so I went and rebutted his rebuttal in the comments.
I'll have to have a look at Oxygen Farmer's video now. Now I'm curious.
But no, he was saying when they get bigger, they can be bad for you. That's bitter melon. It's not zucchinis.
No. Last year, I did something real weird last year, and I had a lot of people say, "Oh, you can't do this. You can't do this." And I told them I'm in Zone 8A in South Carolina. I put out zucchini plants, 14 plants the first week of March of last year. And we were still getting in the 40s and upper 30s. And they did great. I didn't cover them or anything. And when they were at their peak, I was finding zucchini over 2 feet long.
That's a decent sized zucchini.
I was giving zucchinis away last year because I was getting so many. I was grinding them up and freezing it. I was making zucchini breads, muffins, pancakes. I couldn't.
Yeah, if you're doing them as a pan fry or something like that, yeah, you want the little ones. But if you're saving them for muffins, for zucchini bread, or anything like that, then there's nothing wrong with the big ones. You just grate them down.
You could even do like the zucchini. I also did zucchini sticks with cheese and breadcrumbs on top, and they came out really good.
So Ed's saying you got a little over 20 pounds of 10 squash
kilo.
and zucchini.
That's good.
It's about a kilo a piece. That's not bad at all.
Hi, Elkiram. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Ilkanirum.
So Wild saying if it's bitter and tastes bad, don't eat it. That's all. Never had a zucchini go bitter. No. Melon, yes. Cucumber, no. Okay.
Yeah. Bitter melon's the one that can give you gaseous problems and actually make you sick.
I've never eaten bitter melon. It just doesn't look too tantalizing.
Okay, so Mr. Time to Shine is saying, hello, Darren. I really like you. You're cool, bro. He had to leave and go fishing because he was mad at his wife and wild edibles. Time to Shine was having a very bad day this morning and made wild edibles and Angel have a very bad day too. So Tom's gone fishing.
Yep, zucchini boats. And you can blanch, you can split the zucchini, you can blanch it and freeze it, and it'll keep for about 3 months.
Yeah. And now that I got this nicer dehydrator, I'm going to be shredding some up and dehydrating it.
And yes, Ed, you can do a bread out of squash.
Yes.
Zucchini bread.
One of my aunts up in Michigan, I asked her the other day if she had a recipe that her mom, my grandmom, had a zucchini bread recipe that her mom did up, and she passed to her, and my grandma passed it to most people in the family. But growing up, because there's so many people on my stepdad's side of the family, whenever we would go up when I was in my teens for vacation up to their house, my grandma, like 3 months ahead of time, would make a whole bunch of zucchini bread, and she would have like 50 loaves of zucchini bread. And by the time
Someone should wash their hands.
we left after 2 weeks of being there,
I've been in the forge.
Yes.
after 2 weeks of being there, all that bread was gone, and it was just an awesome bread. So I got the recipe somewhere. I've got to find it.
Oh, you'll definitely have to find that and do a video on it, I think.
Yeah, I am.
Morning, Cindy.
Morning, Cindy.
No, I've been out in the forge. I was practicing for tomorrow's live.
Ah, what are you doing for tomorrow's live?
It's my first forging live, so I don't know how the sound of anything's going to work. But I'm making a towel ring.
A towel ring?
Yes.
What's a towel ring?
To hang a towel on the wall.
On. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Oh, hang on. I'll put you up.
There we go.
I think it's going to go good.
Intriguing.
I like the look of it. It looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to play with the design. That's the first one I've done. So I'll probably be playing on the fly.
Chick wrangling. You got chicks escaping there, Bibi. Sleep well, Nettie. Thanks for joining us.
Have a good night, Nettie.
Nettie.
Sleep well.
So what do you still have grown in your garden, Carolyn?
Oh, I've got all sorts of things growing, and I've actually just planted a whole heap of new stuff. My celery is still going insane in the aquaponics. Strangely enough, the basil is too. I was expecting it to have died off a bit by now. My strawberries are starting to fruit, which is very nice. My spinach is starting to get going nicely. I've just planted some kale. I just got some blueberry plants. What else? Oh, there's lots of things growing. But yeah, my garden doesn't go dormant over winter.
Mine doesn't either, unless like last year. Last year I planted a bunch of carrot seeds, carrots, kale, collards. I planted what I thought was lettuce when it was first coming up. It was what the heck is that stuff? Swiss chard, but a bunch of it didn't come up.
Swiss chard.
It's Swiss chard.
It's silver beet.
Swiss chard. And but this spring, see,
putting little Evelyn in the brooder.
This
it's getting picked on.
This spring, I thought was this one was coming up, and it's doing good though. So I'm gonna harvest some and cook it up and try it. And I'm gonna try it raw too, see how it tastes. If we don't like it, the chickens get a treat. If we do, I'll grow more.
Tastes irony.
What tastes irony?
Silver beet.
Oh, silver beet. That could be an indicator that you're actually lacking iron.
No, it's an irony's flavour.
Okay.
I've never eaten it, but I mean, I got different colors out there. I've got yellow, it's either green or white, and then red growing out there. But I've also got seeds that I've got to restart again. All my celery seeds didn't even come up. They were starting to, but something got to them. And this week, I'm going to drag my daughter out in the garden with me, and we're going to plant some stuff together. And she's actually going to let me do a video for me planting it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good, Ed. You're getting property again?
Yeah, that sounds exciting, Ed. It's always nice having your own space that you can grow things in.
Yes.
Although at the moment I'm stuck deciding where I'm going to plant things.
A lot of my stuff, if it'll be going in my main garden. I've got
Mhm.
put some more herb seeds down, but a lot of things are going to be in, like my corn is going in the raised bed, and I'm trying to do as much containers as possible.
Well, I mean, that's why I put that video out today and showed how big my garden is.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
see,
haven't
all
watched that one yet.
Because people go, oh, you've got plenty of space. No, I don't.
Not with it.
No,
not
you
what
don't
see
have
in
plenty
that
of space.
video. No, he don't. That's a small space, but he gets a lot out of it.
And that's the interesting thing. You can actually have a higher amount of production in a small space because you've got to plan it better.
Yeah.
And that planning it is, and you can access it easily. You can pay a lot more attention to it and tend it. And yes, you do a very good job with your garden, Darren.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
The amount of planning that went into that is the amount of planning that goes into anything I do. Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more planning in your head than I think than you admit to. You think about stuff a lot.
No, that was like the live. I sent a message to Bomber and Julianne saying, you know, when are you guys doing a live? And they go, oh, we might do one on Monday. I said, dang, I was thinking about that. I said, and then the thought was, okay, I'll do a live and it can feed into their live.
Yeah.
Why not?
And then it's like, oh, what am I going to do it on?
I saw that.
So you still think about it though. There's an egg placement. I just haven't stopped today. I haven't had a chance to do anything.
Video. It's not that one.
I'm gonna have to.
You have to watch it.
I definitely have to watch the video. And I've been meaning to. Every time I've seen it today, I've been like, got to watch it. And then the kid, something will happen with the child. Jonathan got himself a splinter at one point, and then we had to go pick mulch up from around the corner. And then two of the baby goats got out.
The thing I was absolutely amazed about with my video is I harvested my peanuts, and the soil that came out of that container was just unbelievable. It was standard potting mix that went in, and it was pure humus that came out.
Wow. Note to self, plant peanuts.
That's what gardeners dream of, what he had come out of that planter.
Cool. So Ed's bought his own little piece of property, not very big, but can turn it into a bigger property.
It doesn't need to be big, mate.
Nope, doesn't need to be big.
I mean, look at Mark, Arkansas Woodcutter. He's only got a few acres, but in his videos or his live streams, it looks like it's a lot more, and he's got a lot going on there, and he's got more room to spare.
Yeah,
it's amazing what you can do in a small space.
We were talking to him after the live last night. He's got 3 acres.
It's not a lot, but there's a lot of space. A lot you could do on 3 acres.
And 3 acres is a pretty standard block in American size.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I know when I moved to the 3.5 acre block that I had previously, all the stuff I learnt there, if I'd known that at my 600 square meter block, I could have done so much more there. But it's... Yeah.
It's like, I was going through my memories on Facebook, and I come across an album that I had on there from 2012, I think. Yeah, 2011 or 12. And I was looking at the way the garden was up in New Jersey, and it would have done great if we didn't have a tropical storm come through at that time and dump 6 inches of rain in 2 hours and flood my garden.
A lot of rain.
Yeah. We had, at the time, we had no flooding in my basement. The following year, when Hurricane Sandy came through, my basement had a foot of water in it. And it was pumping out water all night long.
Wow.
Hey, Tammy.
Morning, Tammy. How you doing?
Tammy.
There's the other person with coffee running through their veins.
Yep.
Oh, Bibby, I can't see you in the basement. There's definitely nobody in the basement.
Whose basement is she hanging out in?
I don't know. She's not in my basement. I can share my screen. It might do everyone's head in slightly. Yeah, I remember when I moved to the 3-acre block, El Kiram, I found it really hard to actually decide where to put everything and what I wanted to do with the space. Now we're in 10 acres, I'm still kind of going, need to think this through.
Last day of moving. Woohoo!
Oh, that's awesome, Tammy.
She's moved her coffee maker.
No coffee yet. Oh, no. Oh, no. Coffee maker's the last thing to move.
Yes.
Okay, so the property that Ed purchased is 50 foot wide and 125 foot long.
Yeah, I'm not braining it this time of day.
That's about 15 meters. Oh. I hope that's Bibby.
There she is. Good morning, baby.
You literally just popped into my basement. Literally.
Okay. So
I have no idea where you've been hiding.
we thought we'd show you your grandchildren.
My baby!
Your babies.
My baby!
Hang on. Let's see if you can see them.
I can hear them.
Yep.
Nope, I can only hear them.
Point the camera down more.
We're working on it.
Oh, they're so
There
cute.
they are.
Look at them.
It's because agent's iPad is lagging big time.
Okay.
Ah,
They're so cute.
they're
So
doing
we've got-
well.
We've got Nugget 1, Nugget 2, and Evelyn 1 and Evelyn 2.
Cool.
So
That one on
and
the right is the last one that came out. Yeah, it's still wet.
yeah, hang on. Yeah, this one was the last one
Yep.
that came out. So there's the babies.
So cute. So cute.
I love the marking on that one there in the middle.
Evelyn.
Yes, Evelyn.
Evelyn 1. Oi, stop being a bully, you.
So the rooster for these pics was a Rhode Island Red, and the hen was either a Rhode Island. Well, I don't think it's a Rhode Island Red because none of those are purebred Rhode Island Reds. So the mum would have been a white chicken, or a white chicken crossed with a blue Australorp.
Oh, wow.
Stop picking on her.
They're picking on each other as well.
It's what chickens do.
It's what they
Children, really?
It's called
Yeah.
a pecking. It's called a pecking order.
do. Yeah.
It is called a pecking order, and they got to work it out.
And they will.
It'll be fine.
So there you go. That's the babies.
It's so cute. So
They're
cute.
adorable. Mine are actually sleeping.
These guys don't sleep.
They do.
All right. You've seen the babies. I'm going to bed.
Okay. Night, Bibby. Night, agent. Thanks for
Night,
showing us the baby.
Night.
All right.
Sleep
All right.
well. So 15 meters by 37 meters.
Mm-hmm. Has that got a prop house on it? Ed?
Well, he can put
Or
his
are you
finger
using your
on it.
mobile home on it?
Ooh, El Kiram, off to pick berries. Have a good day, El Kiram. And a good night.
got that?
Wild edibles are eating. Lovely.
He's got that trailer he could put on there, so if it doesn't have a house, he's still got some place to be in.
15 meters by 37 doesn't sound hugely small. That's 562 square meters.
Yeah,
I've multiplied that out, right?
that's
not
about
too
the same
bad.
size as my house
Probably-
block.
Yeah, that's the size block that I
It's
used to
smaller
have.
than a quarter-acre property, right?
Nah, it's smaller than a quarter.
Smaller than a quarter.
So it'd probably be like half of mine. Because my house is on a quarter-acre. It'd be like
Yes.
what? It'd be like
Darren's
what
good at
my
translating.
house is at.
Yeah, Darren's looking it up. Acre.
I mean, it's a good
That's a
size to
reasonable
start off
size.
with. You can always move
Yeah.
up to a bigger size. Yeah.
You can
start
do a
out
huge
with?
amount on that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, depending on what your council regulations are, like your local
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
local council stuff.
4,046 meters to an acre, so that's about an eighth of an acre.
Which ain't too bad.
It's definitely nothing to sneeze at. You can do a fair bit with that.
Yeah.
You can do all kinds of companion planting and stuff like that. I mean, look at what I've got a 10 by 40. Well, I'll say 10 by 50 garden because my herb garden is 10 feet by 10 feet. So, and my regular garden space is 10 by 40. And for a little bit of what I have, that's a lot.
It's 3 by 12.
There's a huge amount you can do in small spaces. I mean, look at what I'm doing in the aquaponics. That's only 6 square meters.
Yeah, you got a lot going on in there.
Yeah. Mind you, aquaponics is a high production thing.
I've never tried it and seen what people go through.
6
to
square
get it
meters.
Yeah.
How many totes have you got?
6. I've got 6
That's-
half. 6 half
Yeah.
IBC.
They're not a meter each. A meter
they are.
by meter. No.
Possibly just under a meter, but they're basically a meter.
No, they're a meter and a half.
You're making an
No, they're not.
estimator thing this morning.
I remember we're not talking about the height.
Yeah, I know
We're
we're not
talking-
talking about height.
The girth.
They're not a meter and a half. And they do sometimes vary in size too. But I will go out and I will do a measurement for you tomorrow. I'm not doing it at the moment. It's too cold. And yes, I know I'm a wuss.
No. But I mean, you're
122 122 by 107. They're 1.2 meters.
You got to take out that
1
little bit for the drainage though too. So
1.3 meters.
it's still about 6 square meters.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I will measure it tomorrow, just for you.
I can see the measurements. I just brought it up. It's 122 by 107.
Okay.
But I mean, your aquaponics is doing good. The size of your celery plants in your aquaponics, they're huge.
Celery loves the aquaponics. It really does love it. Now the weather in Australia.
It's like where I'm putting my.
It's a good question what it is at the moment.
Planting my corn next to my house. The reason why I'm going to put in the raised bed next to my house because whenever it rains, even if it's just a little bit of rain, between the garden and the house, it turns into a pool. So this way, the corn will do good in that spot because corn loves water.
Time to shine. They're taking a totally different approach here than anywhere else in the world, and they're working towards zero because we live on an island. So they'll lock us down once we get like 15 cases. If there's community transmission, they lock us down. So it is totally different. It's a totally different process because we've got that isolation built in.
Is that their justification for it, is it?
That's what it is. Once they get community transmission, that's when they lock down.
Are they lifting like where you are? Because I know in Victoria they were locking it down. Are they lifting that anytime soon?
They partially lifted. We're still supposed to mask outdoors and indoors again now.
Okay.
Yeah, because there was some community spread, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Whereas we haven't had any in Australia, in Queensland. Except for that one couple that did decide to do the joyride.
Yeah, we got one from Adelaide who come out of hotel quarantine with a case.
Delightful.
It's like, does anyone run that thing properly? You'd think that they'd actually test people leaving.
Yeah.
You would think so. Isn't that the whole point?
Okay. Well, yeah. We're going to lock you up for 2 weeks, but we're not going to test you. What?
Shouldn't they be testing them as they're leaving?
They should test them a few days before they leave.
No.
You would think so.
Oh, the thing is, it's in your system, so surely they could test you after 1 week and find out whether you've got it or not, and that way you can either leave or stay there.
Yeah. And it's like the one pharmacy by us. In January or early February, when my son's one best friend come home from school, told his mom, I can't taste anything. She took him to go get tested, and he had it. And we found out that he tested positive, him and I went over to the pharmacy and got tested. And both of us came up negative. There was like 5 of us. It was me, my son, and a few other friends that had to get tested because he had it, because they all hung around daily. And my son's had to get tested 4 or 5 times because being around friends that have gotten it.
So that's the weird thing here. If you are on some sort of government subsidy and you get tested, you get money.
Not here.
My son was telling me that the other day. He came down with flu-like symptoms. Astrid had a cold. He got tested. He gets $450 for being tested.
What?
He gets $450 for being tested.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Is that just in Melbourne, or is that?
I think that's a national thing.
You mean to tell me every time I've had the sniffles, I could have gone to gotten tested, which I constantly have the sniffles because I have allergies.
If you're on a subsidy, then
now what do you count as a subsidy?
Well, I mean, like he's on a single parent subsidy.
Yeah.
And so
I'm on a carer's pension for my mum.
And he can't go work. So that's why they pay the money. So he works part-time plus the single parents.
Mm.
He works casual, but he can't go work, and that's why they pay them that money for the testing, so that they're gonna stay home.
Yeah. So when they are working, they lose that income. I can understand that. They should do that here. People might actually go get tested that need to get tested.
I have to investigate that more. Not that I've been exposed to anything anyway. I mean, I'm out in a rural block. And I'm in Queensland.
Yeah, well, like Astrid goes to childcare. So she gets a sniffle and that sort of thing all the time.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
2-year-old going to childcare. Surprise, she's got a sniffle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As any kid.
Pretty much.
At that age. But at that age, it's even more.
Yeah. And like
that's how they build up their immune system in the first place.
Yeah. And they're very strict at the moment about, the kids go there with a runny nose and a cough and that sort of thing. They send them back home.
And they could get it just being there. And the weather, I mean, it's winter over there. That's just common. Let me turn this down.
It's just nutty. The whole thing's nutty.
Yeah,
It is.
there's no worldwide sort of direction that anyone's following.
Mm-mm.
It's not like this is how we're going to see our way out of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the plan is.
And that I think that's why people get so frustrated and so upset with it, is because we've got no idea what the plan is.
I
Yeah,
don't think government does.
We've got no idea of what the master plan is. I like here in Australia, what's the master plan? When are they going to open tourism back up?
Yeah.
You know, when can I get out the door?
Yeah, well, if they're aiming to wait until the virus is completely under control, that's not going to happen.
That's why I don't like our policy of working towards zero.
It's not sustainable. For one of an overused word, which I'd prefer not to use, it's not a sustainable policy that Australia is currently using.
No, it's not. And like they say, even with the vaccine, that the vaccine's not going to stop you. It's going to lessen the chance and it's going to lessen the severity.
Yeah.
I tend to agree with you, Robert.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah. So.
And it's actually really interesting because there's a lot of alternative medical practitioners. So they're not medical people, they're more nutritionists or naturopaths or something like that. They get access to a lot of other extra information and we're not being told stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
but the problem is we've got to play the game that we're handed.
Well, we do.
If I want to leave the country, I'm pretty sure at some stage they're going to say, you have to have a vaccine.
Yeah.
So
I think they're going to.
Yeah.
And the worst part is
that's
not even necessarily going to work anyway.
So yeah, I'm not going to have a choice. But I want to get out of here, as we all know. I've been looking to go to America since last year. I've still got friends that I want to go visit. So as soon as I can, I will be going.
And that would be nice. It's like with me, because of my epilepsy, my seizure medicine, the pharmacist told me that I can't get the vaccine. But I have to talk to my I've talked to my doctor, and I gotta talk to my neurologist and see what they both say and come up with, because I haven't heard back from my doctor yet. I'm next month when I go see my neurologist, I gotta find out what she thinks and what she says, if I can get it or not, because they're saying that anyone with epilepsy or seizures or take seizure medicine have a much higher chance of having bad side effects than what people without it are having. And I have friends that are getting the vaccine and they're laid up in bed for a week sick as crazy. And
I've heard of some symptoms some side effects that are even worse than that.
Yeah. And
autoimmune diseases that were previously dormant and not even known about being activated.
Yeah. And me being a single mom,
you can't afford it.
I gotta make sure I'm healthy for my kids, but I don't want anything to happen to me either. My kids can't afford that.
We love you, Time to Shine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life is going to get very interesting.
Uh-huh.
I know they say I hope you live in interesting times. I would really rather not. I would much prefer to live in boring times. Let's just have boring life.
That's a Chinese proverb.
Yeah.
I don't want to live in interesting times.
That
I
was a
can make
Chinese.
my own interesting.
I know.
The Chinese
me too.
proverb, is it, Darren?
May
I
you live
don't
in
want to.
interesting times.
I don't want to live in interesting times. I'm perfectly capable of creating interesting stuff around myself. I don't need outside influences or viruses to make life interesting.
Them outside influences are there, even if they're from halfway around the world. Because you never know. I mean, one thing about YouTube.
It's a Chinese curse, is it, Tammy?
There are so many different things you can learn from everyone that from all over the world. Like, who is that? I think it's 354. The woman over in Africa.
Gerwin's as bad as me for checking things up.
Can you hear me
I have
typing?
Google on my main screen.
I can watch you doing it.
My best
Oh,
friend.
God. There you go.
And but all these different channels on YouTube, I've learned so many different tricks on doing things from all over the world. That's what I love about the platform. Whether it's homesteading, I could go to a gaming channel and just chit chat with people in the live streams, and the person that's running the live stream, and we'll get talking about gardening, and I learned things from going over to gaming channels.
Well, there you go. According to Wikipedia, not that I necessarily believe Wikipedia for everything, it says, "May you live in interesting times" is an English expression that is claimed to be a translation of a traditional Chinese curse. While seemingly a blessing, the expression is normally used ironically. Life is better in uninteresting times of peace and tranquility than in interesting ones, which are usually times of trouble.
So,
there you go.
That's why Tammy's the boss and I'm just a moderator.
Well, I agree with the Chinese. It's a curse. I don't want to be in interesting times.
I'd rather make my own interesting times. They're more fun.
I always manage to make times interesting.
I can imagine.
Now, I've never heard the Southern "bless your heart."
Oh, you've never heard that? Oh, bless your heart.
No.
There's many ways of saying it, because you can get bless your heart and they're talking smack to you. You can get bless your heart and they're showing real concern, or, I mean, they're being, someone can say, "Oh, bless your heart," and then being a smart ass toward you. Oh yeah, there's like many levels of bless your heart for the South.
That's like the other Southern one. Well, aren't you special?
That's one too.
Yeah, that's not a nice thing to say.
Or, that's so special. Yeah, that goes along with it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, aren't you special?
We humans are interesting creatures. Never occurred to me that it was a Chinese curse.
But some interesting people that come out of hiding that you just don't want to deal with sometimes.
Yes.
I get enough interesting walking past here. That's enough. The things I see, I wish I could unsee. Yeah.
Like Agent's face.
A lot. Yeah,
wish
I hadn't seen
like.
it. Oh, he's not that bad.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
That's why he's got to wear a mask.
He's just really tall.
And ugly.
No, there's some women that walk
You're
past
so
here,
sweet, Darren.
Shorts do not need to be on them.
What was that? Sorry,
Um,
Tammy. Shorts don't need to be on what?
No, I said there are some women that walk past here and short shorts do not need to be on them.
Oh no. That's way too much information. Seeing some of those
Yeah.
people.
When they bend over to pick up a coin or something off the ground, and you see them being unimaginable, you don't want to see. Yes.
Some people shouldn't be trying to be Daisy Duke. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Very much. Very much.
Yes. Way more information than you needed to see.
Yes. And
That's
it's
okay,
not-
Ed. We've noticed.
It's not a once in a while thing. It's an all the time thing. They do it. It's like, no.
Robert, I really don't think it's that bad. having not seen your face, I can't go, oh, you're being silly. You're handsome as. But
See,
and it's possible that you have a voice for radio, or more to the point, you have a face for radio. But I have my doubts.
See, I haven't even seen Robert's face. I have spoken with Robert a few times, and I have not seen Robert's face.
Has anyone seen Robert's face other than Robert?
Mark.
Well, obviously, and people he knows in real life.
Mark, because he went and met Mark.
Yes, Mark has seen his face. He was in a video of Mark's.
Oh, really?
Yes.
But you didn't.
Doesn't that mean we should be able to find him in that video?
He was in the video, and Mark was filming Robert.
But
Yet you haven't seen his face, so that means you haven't looked for the video or you haven't found the video.
I've watched the video.
But you said you hadn't seen Robert's face.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Go and
mean
watch the
Robert's
video.
face is in there. I guess
I'm going to have to go see if I can find it now. Yep, Tammy says we need to get Robert to over 1 million viewers.
Yes.
So he'll do the video showing his face.
No, he said 1 million subscribers.
Yes, 1 million subscribers, you're right. Not 1 million viewers.
Well, someone's obviously still listening because I just got a message.
He's still in the chat, so yeah.
I might have to find it. Although he's my team captain, I really should behave myself, shouldn't I?
No, I wasn't talking about Robert.
Oh, you got a message from somebody else.
Somebody's lurking.
Yeah, I do tend to create interesting times.
Okay, now, Darren, do you know what Bermuda shorts are?
Yes,
Would you care to share?
3/4 length shorts.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, they should come back.
Okanuis.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I grew up in a Skeg suburb.
Oh, okay. Would they be like culottes?
No.
No. Okay. No, because
Culottes of mid-calf.
they're skirt short. Yeah. Okay.
And the fact that I know that has in no way to do with anything.
You have a daughter and you're married.
I'm sure that should be bad that I'm asking for a male's advice on fashion.
Yeah.
People will be surprised to know that
Really? There we go.
different topics that get talked about in live streams and behind live streams in the after chat. There's a lot of knowledge in that head of his. A lot.
Oh, there is.
Who, me?
No, the dog behind you.
Ah,
How is
the
your
brainy
dog?
one. No, that's not the brainy one behind me. The brainy one's in hiding. That's not the video.
Ed, haven't you only got like 1,200 watch hours?
It'll happen, Ed. Don't rush it. Enjoy you.
Oh, it'll happen. Especially with
Yeah,
all the times it's going live.
I don't stress about it. It's as simple as that.
I used to, and the more I used to stress about it, the less I did videos. And it was doing more bad than good for me. So I stopped
Yeah.
doing videos and live streams, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna, when it happens, it happens. I'm gonna enjoy doing videos and going to live streams and being on live streams and this and that and doing some. And when it happens, it happens.
It's about the size of it.
Too many people.
I have
stress about that.
taken your advice though, Darren, and I have decreased the number of videos I'm putting out each day.
Cool.
Not sure if you noticed.
There's only 2 coming out now.
No, I'm mostly only doing 1 a day, actually. Unless it's like a short of a butterfly or something like that. Although my watch hours and my views have plummeted. Which does not make me happy. But...
And
Do.
with YouTube, it's funny because and I've seen it with other channels, the more things you do to try to get ahead, you actually put yourself back in some ways. And I've talked to other YouTubers that have had that happen, and they've lost subscribers, their watch time barely moved, their views barely moved, and when they stopped doing as many live streams and they started just like a live stream a week or 1 or 2 a week, if they would go down to it,
good morning.
They started seeing things go up. The less they were stressing about getting that monetization, and I have to be ahead. I have to be at this goal by this date. Don't stress about that, because it could. Thank you, Robert. Because it could, in the end, it could hurt you.
Yeah, I don't stress about it. What's carrying me towards monetization is my old videos.
Yeah.
I
they get a lot of my views too.
I've seen a lot of people who go live to get their watch time. I'm not going to do it.
No.
Because that's not me, and I've stated that so many times here on our Facebook group and everything. That's never been my plan for the channel. I'm only going to do a live if I've got something to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to go and do lives. If I couldn't sleep at night, I'd pop on and I'd go live 2, 3, 4 hours. And that was actually hurting my channel more than anything else. Because when I was doing that a lot, my subscriber count would go down or not even move for months. My views would barely move, and I was like, I can't do this because I'm hurting myself.
Yeah,
and my views
too many lives can be detrimental because it can lose you viewers.
It can.
It can.
And
I would hate to see that to people that have channels, because in the long run, you're no good, Darren, apparently.
Love you too, Robert.
I suspect I would get into serious trouble if I now shared it on my live stream. The video running.
There's no need to share it. Everyone needs to go watch it and give Mark some watch time.
I mean, the other side too is you need to make sure that you need to think about what you're going to be doing in the long term. Like long term, if you want to be doing lives all the time, if that's not sustainable.
If you want to be doing lives all the time, go for it. Do lives. Not a problem. Yeah, if it's not what you want to do long term, then don't do it short term just to prop up your hours. Because then when you get 12 months later, if you haven't got the content and people aren't watching, your hours are going to go brum, when they fall off the back of the 12 months.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Then,
I mean,
and then you
need to have at least 300 hours a month. So you need to have that 300 hours a month to be able to maintain it.
Yeah.
So
you have to be able to maintain that viewership.
Yeah,
so
you do.
If you can go live and get up there, that's all well and good. but you've got to sustain. You've got to keep that viewership
Yeah.
because people
Yeah.
forget that 4,000 hours is on a 12-month cycling basis.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a rolling thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it rolls along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, because
It's the same as your subscribers too.
you can go to your analytics every single day, multiple times a day. You can watch your watch time go up and down, and they're going from that time from a year ago.
Mm.
And if you have times where you've been away from YouTube, for like me, when I started my classes for my job, I barely did any videos for like that month and a half, 2 months. And yeah, I went to some live streams, but it's like I was non-existent on YouTube almost. And I know next year my numbers may drop some because of that. But as long as I keep putting videos out every few days, a couple times, 2-3 times a week, I'll be able to keep that watch time up and that viewership up.
Yeah, and the trick is to have either fresh content with lots of viewers so that they're watching that fresh content. And there's the two types of channel. There's the vlogging type channel, which is putting up something fresh and informative and of that day.
Yeah.
And people are watching that then and there. And then there's the how-to type channel where people are looking at old content. And at the moment, I've got like my beginner knife making. That's an early video I done. That gets 39 views every 48 hours.
That's doing good.
Yeah, I've got a how to tell the difference between a Rhode Island red rooster and hen at 4 months. I get about 49 views on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, and this one's up to almost 5,000. Yeah. And it just sort of keeps going along. So that's one of those ones that's going to carry my hours as we go along.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of my goals is to make it so I've got a whole library of those sort of videos.
Yeah.
Like my DIY hobbles for milking a goat. That one's another one that's very popular. And how to tell the gender of a Muscovy duck or a drake. That one's another one that's very popular.
And for me, my two most popular ones is how to plant my Albion strawberries in recent plant my strawberries is my top one.
Next topic.
And my homemade laundry soap that lasts me over a year that I did a few years ago. Yeah, it's like almost a 20-minute video. But I did that early on. And they're my two most watched videos. And here in the next few weeks, I'm going to be revamping my laundry soap video, making a new one, an updated version of it. Because, I mean, it's hurricane season. People are going to want to have stuff that are stocked up and stuff they can have on hand, make quick, cheaply, and have on hand.
Yeah.
And by doing that, I think that'd be a good one.
Yeah, probably. Because that's a good prepping type thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just trying to get that evergreen content.
Yeah.
And that's the trick. I've got Vegemite and cheese scrolls. Yeah, that's busted 1,000. Happy. Yeah, homemade waterproofing. That's heading towards 2,000.
They look like they'd be good, but I don't know. I'm scared to try doing that one.
Oh, Vegemite and cheese is really yummy.
Vegemite and cheese is awesome.
I know it is.
Yum.
I get the blocks of cheese and I get my Ritz crackers and I'll put some Vegemite on there and I'll eat it. And I like it like that. I mean, I really like it like that. But I'm tempted to try a Vegemite and cheese twist and see how I like it. I mean, my kids even say Vegemite isn't that bad. So.
Isn't that bad?
I've only got one child that doesn't like Vegemite.
Weirdo.
I know, right? It's a 4-year-old. He hates it. I don't know why.
I have friends recently that have emailed me some recipes that I've never heard of. Daz from my Aussie's Homestead.
Mhm.
He did a Turkish recipe that I want to try. It looks really good.
Yeah, I saw
How to
that
make
one.
borak
Or
or something
borak.
like that.
Yeah, but that looks really good. And yeah, it's not traditional, but I'm willing to try his version and
Yeah,
the
it
traditional
looks
version
yummy.
to see how I like it. My son's best friend, he said I need to do a video of the Mexican street tacos the way I do it because he says they're really, really, really good.
And see, to my way of thinking, I do it differently than what YouTube recommends. YouTube recommends that you create a niche and you just go at that niche.
Yeah.
If I done blacksmithing or knife making, either one as a niche, I'd already be monetized.
Yeah.
If that's all I'd done, I'd already be monetized.
You've got to enjoy what you're doing, though.
See, I tried doing that with my epilepsy videos and I burnt myself out doing those videos. And
yeah, I mean, sitting there trying to come up with a blacksmithing video every week, no, I couldn't do it. It'd just be boring. That's why Ed was quiet. He'd go and have a look. Yeah, and like my cooking videos, they do not get the view time. I know if I drop a blacksmithing one, I know if I drop a knife making one, I know it'll get 100 views in the first week. Not a problem.
do one about sweet potatoes. That's doing good.
Yes, yeah, my sweet potato one. For some reason, people are searching sweet potato harvest 2021.
Really?
That is a hot topic at the moment. My sweet
is.
potato video.
I was looking up because I have my
That's
sweet
really
potatoes.
funny.
I have my sweet potato slips in my kitchen window and I'm planting them Tuesday. And I'm going to do a video on it. And I went looking up on YouTube last night. And the views on small channels for planting sweet potato slips or harvesting sweet potatoes is outrageous. So I can't wait to do that video.
It's just one of my typical garden tours.
Mm-hmm.
You've all seen my garden tours. I do them all the time.
Yeah.
I have 713 views on one of my garden tours.
Yeah, one of my garden tours got really big.
Yeah. And
I think
the
it was
reason
one of my
why
initial ones.
is because it was garden tour, and I generally put what the main function of that garden tour. If I'm harvesting something, I'll put that in there.
Yeah.
So this one was harvesting sweet potatoes, and it gets 34% in the last 48 hours come from YouTube search.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because people are searching for how to harvest sweet potatoes at the moment.
Yeah. Or how to plant the
Not
slips.
complex.
Well,
Not
I mean,
complex.
literally all I done was tip the bucket over and sort them out from the dirt. But it took off. Yeah, Tammy.
My
rattled the
difference
bars.
between Rhode Island Red Rooster and Hen has had 617 views in the last 28 days.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah. That's the top views for the last 28 days.
But yeah, and rattle the bars, stretch it out, do what you want.
Mm-hmm.
If you stick to one thing, you are gonna burn out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Niches will get you so far, and Tammy's got the bonus of she created the Rebel Cannons Facebook group,
Which I love. I've been in that group for years.
so there's a captive audience,
Mm-hmm.
But at the same stage, she does not stop other people from putting canning videos up there.
No.
You're supposed to check with the moderator, but if you check with the moderator, you can put a canning video up there. So yeah, it's a fantastic group.
I've learned a lot, and that's actually where I got my first pressure canner was from someone in that group. It was from a woman. My first pressure canner, she told me that it was her mom's, her grandmom's, her mom's, her aunt's, and then hers, and then it came to me, and I still use it, and it still does great. And that's where I've learned a lot of my canning stuff from Rebel Cannons.
Oh, awesome, Wild. You've got a turkey sitting on eggs.
That's
I've
very
heard
exciting.
that is really hard to manage. Time to shine, 61 subscribers. It's a great start.
It is, absolutely.
Yeah.
That first 100 are really hard.
Down on Boddington, who were in here before, started their channel to help me out with Shed Wars. So, yeah, and they're up over 500.
Yeah.
They are. They're doing really well. I started my
Ed
channel.
started about the same time as me, and we're getting close to 12 months, but we're not quite at 12 months yet. And, you know, we're both over the foul.
Ed, you won't blow it up. You just gotta be patient.
They're very hard to blow up, Ed. It's only if the pressure relief is blocked up that you're going to have problems.
Yeah, I started my channel back in 2016. But I think part of my problem was during the lockdown when a lot of other channels the channel started and everyone went into lockdown and everyone was staying to watch them. I wasn't putting anything out because I was moving.
Yeah.
And see, I started sort of towards the end of Victorian lockdown, which went for longer than anyone else's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I didn't put any videos out then, which is probably why you didn't find me, even though I've got Australia homesteading channel and all that sort of stuff on my videos.
Trust me, the time I spent searching for Australian homesteading, I spent a lot of time searching for that. But it depends how high you ping on the tag too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've got I think my lifetime views is 135,000 views, but I've only got 650 subscribers.
Now, Ed, I noticed you said before how you get most of your views off the lives. As I said before, if that's what you enjoy doing, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if you enjoy doing lives, then go for it. Yeah, for me, it's not the thing that I want long term. That's why I don't.
I know a lot of people who do lives all the time, and they're doing fine.
Yeah, I look at North Shore. Look at Pinball.
Oh, North Shore, yeah. He goes for. I don't know how he does it. I mean, I would love to have one drop of his energy. I might be awake for days.
Yeah.
He goes for hours and hours.
There you go.
Yeah, I only had 150 subscribers in December. So that's after what, 4 years?
Yeah.
Now I've got 650.
And for me, I started in August of 2018. And because of stuff going on behind the scenes because of things that were happening, the friends of mine that have channels, when they were getting swatted, and because they were getting threatening emails and all kinds of stuff, and I was having that happen too. So there was a lot of times I walked away from YouTube and stopped putting some content out because of that. Because being a single mom, safety of my family's first. And
all right. Time to shine. One thing that is going to slow you down is your channel name.
Yeah, it's really hard to find.
Yeah,
there are thousands of Time to Shines. You've got to search Time to Shine Shed Wars to actually find him. That's the only way I can find his channel.
Yeah, I'm searching it at the moment, and you're certainly not high up in the list.
No, you've got to type Time to Shine Shed Wars, or you won't find him.
So I would look at a name change.
Yeah, it's like the one time when I was
Maybe
on a
even
live
Time to
stream,
Shine Canada.
when I was on the live stream at Ed's, he was talking about starting another channel for his woodworking. Well, me and another person were talking with him and coming up with a different channel name, and came up with a really good channel name, and he did it, and it would have stuck if he kept it. But he's had several channel names since.
But oops.
Yes, Robert. Shedwars, I think everything on YouTube has its haters, and yes, Shedwars has been so wonderful for a lot of people. I have found so many channels I didn't know were out there.
Yeah. And
A
friends.
lot of smaller channels. Yes, I've made a lot more friends. If it wasn't for Shedwars, I wouldn't have met a lot of the people from Australia and other countries that I have met. I have friends all over the world through Facebook. And I have people from Australia, Spain, Italy, Germany, Poland that come to my channel. But Shed Wars has got me to other countries that I didn't have. And other channels that I didn't even know of.
All right, there we go. That will make it easier for anyone who's watching the chat to find Time to Shine. But
Robert,
yeah,
I
my
would
recommendation is a name change into something a little different. I don't know that I'd go Time to Shine Canada because there are millions of Time to Shines.
You type in Time to Shine and you get all kinds of stuff. A whole list of
even
things.
Even if you filter it to channels, like wild edibles, I can usually find by typing wild edibles and filtering it to channel.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work with Time to Shine. There's too many of them.
Yeah, there's too many titles with Time to Shine and searches with Time to Shine, and it makes it very hard to find them.
Which is only really relevant though if you're searching for the name specifically.
Yeah.
If your videos are in a YouTube search, then they're going to come up regardless. So it's probably more about making that evergreen content.
And the problem is if you're doing the lives and that sort of thing, when you're on lives, like I mod on so many lives to try and find channels and that sort of thing. I like a name that sticks out. I literally do find channel names and flick them up and that sort of thing all the time, and I couldn't find you. It's
I mean, Time to Shine might have to go through a different channel names, a few different ones, to find the one that will make them pop out.
Yeah, I mean, Time to Shine is a lovely name, and I can understand the reason behind the name. But sometimes it's not so much just a lovely name; it's something that's going to make people pay attention.
It's going to.
And when they hear Down Under Farmer Forge, they know exactly.
They know what they're going to see.
About. Yeah.
I mean, you could have Time to Shine in the garden, or Time to Shine with fishing, or
and that's what you.
I like your
Time
channel
to Shine
name.
with fishing and gardening.
Your channel name, Gerwin, I wouldn't recommend because it doesn't describe what you're about.
No, and I was thinking of changing it to Janderra Homestead, but I just haven't gotten around to it.
And Terry's CityGirl CountryHeart, that it tells a story.
Yeah.
And Homestead Aquarius, it tells us that Robert's a freaking hippie.
It does. It does. With hands.
Oh my god! Yeah.
It's Crazy Ed's Homestead. It tells a story.
It does.
Ed swapped his name a bit, but full marks
A bit?
Okay, Ed's changed his name a few times. But full marks to Ed. Every time he's changed his name, it's been something that stands out and tells a story.
It does. Yes.
I mean, I am the first person to tease Ed. Let's not get that wrong, but I'm the first person to tease most people.
But
But
it
yeah,
sticks
full marks for that, Ed, because it sticks out every time you've picked a name. It stands out.
Mm.
Yep.
Southern Woodworking Homestead, Crazy Ed's Homestead, Ed's
Yeah.
Crazy Homestead. I forget what the first one was, and My Crazy Life, I think, was one of the ones in there.
I started watching him when he was the woodworking one.
Yeah, that was post the woodworking one. I think it was My Crazy Life. But yeah, each and every time it's, My Crazy Life probably wouldn't have stood out too much on a search, but each and every time it's told a story.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
stuck out, and people remember the name. That's what you want them to do. You want them to remember that name.
You do.
And for me, my channel name came from my like page on Facebook, because I've always liked gardening, being that country, anything that had animals and stuff like that. And my friend Erica from up in Canada, she has a page called Stilettos to Cowboy Boots. And her and I we became instant friends, and her and I told her, I said, I had started picking her brain about how she did her channel and this and that. And I was telling her my ideas for channel names, and I had like 10 different channel name ideas. And it got narrowed down to CityGirl CountryHeart, 2 different names put together. And my husband at the time, he was just the CityGirl CountryHeart, because you don't belong in the city. You're the person that does not belong in the city. You belong out in the country, because city life isn't for you. I feel like I'm claustrophobic, and I can't relax. Yeah, you can be stationary, but out in the country is where I'm at home. And it truly is.
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking, Darren?
I typed out a name and I'm looking at it.
What is it?
Time to go gardening and fishing. I don't know.
For time to shine now.
Well, they've come back with what about time to gardening and gardening fishing. And it's finding that right name that just sits right with you, but also stands out a bit. And it's tricky to do.
See, I mean, the only reason I picked Janderra was because that was my property name at the time when I started the channel. I have actually now changed it to Janderra Homestead.
I got lucky. I've always had the kangaroo as my maker's mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Downunder fits well with my maker's mark. Yeah, and I was planning to move to America, and Downunder sells well in America. Let's face facts. Farmer Forge, those are the things I like to do.
I could go with Janderra Homestead Down Under.
Yeah. That'd
work.
work.
And it's like if...
Or homesteading down under.
I mean, she could also make out a list of different names that sound like it would stick out. And...
Yeah, the best life. Yours isn't too bad to search because it's all in one.
No.
I have
It's
trouble
all
finding
closed down.
And the way they
the best life, I have a lot of trouble unless even when I filter it down to channels, I have trouble finding that one.
If you do it the way they spell it,
try that.
You can find it.
It doesn't seem to be case sensitive.
I normally snip it off the chat when I'm doing it. I mean, I've got them in my subscribe list, so it comes up pretty easy for me now.
Yeah, I mean, Wild Edibles comes up fairly easy for me now too because it's at the top of the subscribe, whereas I'm not subscribed to the others. See, I was wondering whether the Janderra Homesteading Down Under, is that too long? Like, I know when I'm in a live chat, I really hate it when people look at long channel names. unless you're actually on a computer, which most of the time I'm on my phone.
I look at how long one is, and then I take my
That's
name
why I
in
just
behind
say
it.
hi, Darren.
Most people say hi, Darren. I'm fairly well known through the groups I hang out in.
But most people can't spell Geraldine to save their life. Although they are improving. There's still a few that can't quite pronounce it properly.
Time to Shine Homestead. Yeah, with the number.
Time to Shine Homestead's nice.
Let's have a look with the number.
Or even Homesteading Time to Shine.
Time to...
Tammy suggested Homesteading Time to Shine.
Filter by channel. There's a few in just Time to Shine again, but I think with adding the homestead on it, that will make a difference.
See, we should potentially go Urban Homestead because he hasn't got a big block. And yeah, Urban Girl Gardening. Yeah, your name is a little bit long, but it makes it easy to find.
I mean, look at the way
Robert
I
saying
have to do
small
not
and
my
simple
name.
as possible is best. People get really tired of long names and special characters. Oh, that's my challenge with Freehandly Made, having to do the AU at the end. I have worked out how to do it now on the phone.
I never had a problem with that one.
It's the AU. And it's only when I'm on the phone that it's a problem.
Yeah, Time to Shine Homestead, the way Ed's written it, search is fantastic.
I like
What
the,
about the way Tammy's got it?
Homesteading Time to Shine. I like it with the number 2 in it because it's different.
Yeah, it is different, isn't it?
It is different and it sticks out.
Mm.
It would stick out.
Robert says that he likes Ed's idea, the Time to Shine Homestead.
Yeah. And doing it like that, it sticks out.
So Robert's changing the capitalization.
And if you do it capitalized like Robert has it, it'll still stick out.
Homesteading Time to Shine actually has a greater search volume.
Ooh. You want the higher search volume.
Yeah.
Higher search volume. There's no one directly competing with it. Like for me, with a Tube Buddy score, it's in fair for search volume. Competition wise, I get excellent. So a very good a 70.
And that would stick out too because it says what they do. The Homesteading Time to Shine. It says what they do.
Yeah.
Oh, Wild says that if you type in Time to Shine Gardening and Fishing, it brings him up already. Have a good day, Urban Girl Gardening. Thank you so much for joining us. And I'm sorry I didn't say hello to you earlier. Got a bit distracted.
You did say hello. You teased her about her name.
Oh, it was I was responding to it. Oh, okay. Yeah. True. I remember doing that, but I didn't actually say hello. And hello, Best Life. I apologize. I didn't actually acknowledge your entrance.
They've been here for a long, long time.
I know. Yeah. That's why I'm apologizing. I've been a bit distracted watching the video of Robert meeting Mark Hands.
And with Best Life name, the way it's spelled, it sticks out.
What was that? Sorry, Terry?
When I was doing a live stream, the Best Life, I met them over on Ed's channel.
Okay.
And when they came to my channel during a live stream, it's like if I see channels, I can't talk. If I see channels that I haven't seen before, I'll recognize that I haven't seen them at my channel before.
Yeah.
Yeah, BS
Yeah,
life
that-
does
that-
sound.
Yeah,
That doesn't wash in
Yeah,
Australia.
no.
The
You
BS
definitely
life.
don't want to. That would be very bad.
I don't know how it plays in
I'm
America,
sorry, Nick. I'm sorry. Hello. I'm
Hi,
a
Nick.
little bit. I'm having one of those nights. Please forgive me.
but
There we go. Time to show
stealing.
stealing. You want homesteading is one word. Oh, you're
Yeah,
coughing up
I
a
think
lung.
that was the spell correct.
Yep.
I hope so. Homestealing might not be a good
Autocorrect
idea.
gets it every time.
It might get a lot of views though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it might too.
'Cause
Time
you
to
get
shine,
people
home
very
wrecking.
Curious.
Is there
Very
anyone
curious
else that
about
I
what that
haven't said
is.
hello to? I'm really sorry. Robert appreciates Nick A's short name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It would be a great name to squat on.
Robert. Rimshot jokes, mate. Come on. You're better than this.
Have you had enough coffees to pop up on the panel yet, Robert? Not that you see anything other than hands.
Well,
Oh,
for
Wilson.
Wilson
Well,
to pop up on the panel.
his soccer ball is going to become a dad, so.
Oh, has everyone gone over to Gail Southern Living's channel and named her soccer ball with the yellow hair?
No. I
No.
didn't.
Apparently it's Wilson's girlfriend, but they're still trying to
Oh,
come up
boy.
with a name. She was thinking
Really?
of Wilhelmina or Gertrude, and she's wanting some input from people. So go to Gail Southern
She do
Living's
Wilbur
channel.
Bang.
Hey, Tammy. Coffee.
Rough in the mornings.
I had coffee
We
in here,
don't
but
even
it's
see
gone
your
now.
face.
Yeah, mine was espresso coffee.
I'm not too keen on espresso coffee.
Ed's had a pot of coffee already.
Mine was a latte.
Ooh,
lattes I
fancy
can do.
schmancy.
I love cappuccinos.
Lattes are better.
French vanilla cappuccino.
I don't like paying for froth.
You get this live when you type in time to shine home. That's funny. I haven't got it in my tags.
That's YouTube associating words.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's amazing how quickly it does that.
And it does. It's like if you're looking up stuff in Google and you're not even signed into Facebook, you'll get ads in Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't want to see that in my Facebook feed because that's not supposed to be popping up in my feed.
No. You can get some interesting things in your feed sometimes.
Yeah, a lot
Hey,
more
Nettie!
interesting than I want to see in my feed.
Nettie,
Hello,
you really
Nettie.
need to go to bed. Nettie, you
Ed,
need to go to bed. Bed.
Ed, you are
Sleep
great
bed.
on channel names, mate. I think it's all the practice you've had, though.
Yeah.
He did have a lot of practice.
See, when people stop picking on you, Ed, that's when you need to worry about your fellow YouTubers. When we stop picking on you, that's when you worry.
Nick says she has to agree with the latte.
Nettie, you need to do a video on how you did that cake for your 2,000 subscribers because that was a very cool looking cake.
That cake was
That
awesome.
was
Yeah,
awesome looking. I was like, how on earth did she do that? I was like, oh, she's got to do a video on that.
I can't figure out how you done it either.
You
No.
guys, all of a sudden, Nettie, that's going to be a good video if you do that.
Yes. And you got to make sure you actually put it's a how-to video with a tutorial because that will be evergreen content and
That
people
will
will
be
want to
an
watch.
awesome video because I was
Yeah,
showing my
Tom-
son and he goes, how'd she do that? I don't know. I wish I
Time to
knew.
shine, you won't lose anything. So yeah, if you're looking to do it sooner the better, because that way new subs already know the channel name, and if you're on a small number of subs, chances are they're gonna notice you swapped across. When you've got a bigger number of subs, it's harder to do it because people don't recognize it. Like every now and again when Ed changes his name, it's like, who the heck's this in the subscription?
Yeah. But he hasn't lost any of his videos to subscribers. Nettie, I would still do that video because it's something different and no one's seen.
And you do random stuff on your channel.
Yeah.
You've got your pumpkin scone videos at the top of your channel thing.
Sometimes those out of the ordinary videos are the ones that stick out.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm not phased if you do it on your channel because I'm subscribed to that one too.
Same here.
And it's something people are wanting because my son asked me when I showed him when you cut open the cake and I showed him. He goes, how'd she do it? I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I was like, I need to tell her she needs to do a video.
You did a fantastic job.
Something that is different.
You've actually got me lost on how to do it. I can't even think of a technique.
I'm impressed. You've got Darren stumped.
Yeah.
And the cake on the outside, I mean,
you'll have to shout out Darren in the video. A different number. You could put your branding. That would probably be a bit hard. Do your little your heart, but that would probably be a bit hard to do your Silhouette Park Farm heart.
Well, she could do a few hearts in there, like 3 or 4. Because she's always doing the heart in the video.
She does. She always puts the heart with the SP.
Yeah.
Brand your cake.
She could do a heart, an SP, and another heart, and that would fill up that space.
Nettie, we're not being kind. You're amazing.
Nettie, that cake was beautiful. You did very well.
Yeah, you could do a heart and an SP.
Yeah. I think that'd be awesome.
Well, trust me, that video will get shared lots of places. I'd
definitely share it.
Oh yeah, I would. I would share it in like 6 or 7 different places here on Facebook.
All right.
Well, my channel name is officially changed. I mean, with my logo staying the same, then people will be able to figure out it's me, and I'm still Janderra. So
yeah.
Nettie, when you get time, you do it when you get the time. Don't rush to do it. But when you do it, it's going to get watched.
All right, there we go.
Yeah,
Nettie's Cake channel, and she's at 199 subscribers at the moment. So someone go push her over to 200, please.
Who?
That's Nettie's Cake channel. So Silhouette Park Farm's cake channel.
I didn't know she had a cake channel.
She does. She's got some amazing cakes on there.
Oh,
wow.
Nettie, you're going to get binge watched. I will be having you playing on my phone while I'm working today. I'm working 11 to 7 today. I'll be having it playing, and I'll probably getting hungry as crazy. But I did not know she had a cake channel.
Yeah, layers and marbles are easy, but numbers. Oh, it's so impressive.
Okay, bookmark this.
There you go. It's at 200. Congrats, Nettie.
There you go, Nettie. You busted 200. Congratulations.
Dear Angel, say hi to Tom. Send our love.
She's at 201 right now. Oh my God, those are some beautiful cakes, Nettie.
Oh, she's got some gorgeous cakes. Honestly, I don't know how she does it. She is just absolutely amazing. And she does not realize how amazing she is. And we've got a Homestead Aquarius. Or should I say a Wilson?
We've got a Wilson.
We have a silent Wilson. I did not miss
Nettie,
this.
you need to do a video on how you did that cake. They'll get shared out.
Good morning.
Hey,
good morning, mate.
Good morning, Robert.
I do have some coffee in me.
You've got the coffee and it's excellent.
But it's still early.
It's
What
only
time is it?
9:35 here.
It's 8:35 here. That means early.
Hey, I've
still
been
love
up for
you.
2 hours, so it's not that early.
Waited till I was in my late middle age to become a damn rock star, right? Stay up late, party all
Why don't you
night,
share your
sleep
channel? You
all
might get more
day.
subscribers.
Oh, no. It's your fault, Janderra. This is painful for me. I mean, Garwin,
Thank you.
terrible. You
I
better
I
change your name.
appreciate you. I feel very privileged.
Bless your heart.
Happy feeding the chickens, the best life.
But yeah,
Tammy's having fun looking through all Nettie's cakes. She's found the camera one. I like the fire truck.
She's walking to Starbucks.
Walking to Starbucks.
Yeah, she left her car keys with someone that's helping her move.
Oh, okay.
How do you move coffee making without moving yourself? No.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Rebel Canner's going to walk to Starbucks. All right, I get the walk and you get points for that, but she's fixed to walk into Starbucks and get that expensive coffee now. Y'all need to quit watching this girl. She's got way too much money. Oh.
She's got to walk 6 blocks, though, to get that coffee.
6 blocks.
The closest I get to Starbucks is going to the grocery store and getting the bottles of the iced coffee.
Well, she got to walk 6 blocks to get
I'm
coffee.
not walking across town, which takes an hour on a bus to get a Starbucks.
Yeah, let's watch your channel for 6 blocks.
Tammy's about the only person who puts up as many coffee memes on Facebook as me.
I like that one that someone put on your channel. That's the one with the coffee that had the smiling face and the bubbles. I like that one.
Good night, Nettie.
Sleep well,
Good night,
Nettie.
Nettie. And thank you, Ed, for sharing it on your community page, mate.
You're awesome, Ed. Thank you.
You are a nice bloke. I will break down and say it once.
We have that on a public recording.
Yeah.
We can make it repeat.
That's okay. Ed's not clever enough to snip it out and save it.
Tammy, you know that store does good money. That store makes good money because they're by a college.
All right, so Rebel Canners, when you're thinking about getting your coffee there, what kind of what are you going to go for? What are you going for? Are you like frou-frou, or are you just going straight black, dark, or what? What are you doing? What are we waiting to see or hear about? How are you getting your caffeine on? Oh my God! This coffee now. This is the coffee. The coffee this morning is a struggle. I'm going to tell you people right now. It's terrible. It's a bad
Robert,
thing.
you need a mug this size for your coffee. It'll wake you
Oh
up.
my God! I need something.
And it's gotta say this. What am I doing out of bed?
I had to have my coffee. Y'all sitting in here talking about coffee, and I'm like, okay, God, I've got to get some coffee. I've got to. Okay, we got an answer in from Rebel Canners. Black, strong, dark roast. Okay.
No,
I can't do. I love my coffee, but I can't do black coffee.
Mine was a frou-frou one. I had a vanilla latte with an extra shot and 2 sugars.
See, I made my own, but I put some turmeric in mine, some ginger, some cinnamon, some nutmeg, some vanilla, some MCT oil.
Wow.
Yeah, in my coffee, and it's like half a cup of milk.
If I could get my son to stop drinking the milk, I could actually have some for my coffee. But thank goodness I keep powdered coffee creamer on him.
Slept on a
A
cat
gallon of
mat.
milk, 2 days. That's all it lasted in this house.
You moved the beds and the coffee machine.
What were you thinking?
Yeah.
Coffee is the last one. It's the last thing you even pack.
Mocha, hold the coffee.
I put some cacao in my coffee as well.
Yeah.
See, I would have thought that Rebel Canners would been like, I know she's kind of suburban-ish, but I was thinking more like she would be out there in the woods somewhere, almost. You're going to have to, in order to maintain the image that I have of you, you need to get a new property and move there. Okay, get out in the woods. That's what you need to do.
Oh, where
All
are you
right.
moving, Sammy? Because she has just moved. I'm not sure where she's moved to.
Where are you now?
No.
Are you in woods or are you in suburbs?
To be a Rebel coffee, wouldn't you need to add chicory to it?
If she's got if she's only 6 blocks away from a Starbucks, she could be Rebel canning in an apartment now, and we would not know.
Yeah.
She could be. She's
What are
right.
we doing here?
Or she could be outside the city limits and have a property out there.
Oh,
There happens to
okay.
be a Starbucks out there. I mean, look how many
Okay.
times you see a Dollar General pop up out in the country.
Oh, they pop up like
They pop
mushrooms
up like mice.
overnight.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
there you
you
go. She's
go.
moving to
There you
6
go.
acres, tiny house, wood stove in the middle of nowhere. Excellent.
Very good.
Awesome.
That sounds like a good place for a Rebel canner.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And 6
That
acres
is
a
going
lot
to
of
be
space.
awesome.
She's going to be miles from coffee after today. See, now the trick is you need to have your own coffee beans, your ability to grind them yourself, and a percolator. And then you're all good. Oh, and then
Oh,
you
I
need to
mean-
have a goat or a cow so that you got your milk as well.
Well, she drinks it black.
Oh, well, then you don't need the goat.
But the old tin percolator that sits on top of the wood stove.
Oh, yes. Lovely.
I would love that. That would be something awesome to have.
I've got a friend that lives that life right now. Yeah, got the little tiny shed to house conversion out on their place,
Mm-hmm.
way out in the woods.
Mhm.
Got the perk setting on the wood stove. Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and there's no power out there. No power, no water. It's completely off grid.
One of my friends just did that
Ooh, she's got
last year. They
coffee.
moved to an off-grid property, and they have like the outdoor solar lights.
Mhm.
But they keep the solar panel in their windows because on the one side of the house, because during the day it charges all her solar panels, and at night that's how her house is lit up: candles and solar lights.
Nice.
I would have
Cannon, are you going to grow coffee? Please
thought
tell
that coffee would be a struggle that far north.
Well, if she has a greenhouse. I mean,
If you create the right-
if my gardener can do it, he brings a plant in during cold weather. He puts a plant in his living room.
You just need to create the right microclimate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I
it doesn't
would love
take
to have
that
some
long.
coffee and Milo. I want a Milo's tea bush. That's what I want.
Hmm.
A chamomile.
Chamomile
Peppermint.
easy. I've got that.
Peppermint's really
Not
easy.
chamomile.
Peppermint makes a lovely tea.
No,
I
I'm
have
trying to think of the
spearmint
name
out
of the
in my
bush.
barrel.
It's not chamomile.
It makes a lovely tea, though.
You got
It's
chamomile,
camellia.
lemon balm.
That's the one. Thank you.
Yeah,
What's
Yes,
it
the
called?
camellia bush.
Tea is in the camellia family.
Thank you, mate.
There for a while we grew tea here in the States. They tried that out, but it didn't work so good. It was like that time when we decided that silk from China was too expensive, so we imported our own white mulberry trees and silkworms to grow our own silk here. They quickly decided that labor was best left to the Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the white mulberries got here to the United States. Why they're taking over everything.
Not a fan of white mulberries.
Yeah, not me
The
either.
purple ones are much nicer. Oops, that wasn't the thing I meant to
I
click
like the
on.
dark ones.
Someone's got some red mulberries.
Yes.
She has got an outhouse with a fox.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering about that. What's with the outhouse with the fox?
Who else has that? That is going to be awesome. Now, Ashley.
I don't know. I reckon it's going to be hard wiping your butt with a fox.
Just a little bit.
Ashley's allotment has a fox, a resident fox on his place. And that's a neat thing to see when he's out gardening. He's got the fox running around. That's pretty awesome.
No, I tend to not like foxes. I've got chickens.
Yeah, I've got a resident fox wrapped around my rifle sling.
Foxes are cool.
Not when they eat your chickens.
Well,
I lost 9 chickens in one night.
No, I wouldn't like them either. That's like possums around here. We got foxes and whatever. We got lots of possums and coons, and they'll eat all your stuff.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah, but foxes are native to you guys.
That's right.
Yes.
And
They're
y'all
not
need
native.
to give y'all back to us. Give them back. You're not supposed to have them. And
By all
your
means,
mountain
come and get
lions.
them.
You got those
Wasn't you
from us,
guys that
too.
bought them? It was the British.
Then give them back to the British and give us back our mountain lions. We want them back.
The panther, the Grampians panther.
Yeah, I use a composting toilet full time. Love my composting toilet.
But no, the British brought foxes over because they wanted to fox hunt.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why the rabbits
Totally
came too, wasn't it?
Rabbits came as a cheap source of food.
Did they?
Many people through the Depression ate underground mutton.
Yeah.
Rabbits are good stuff.
Yeah.
It's
No,
illegal
I've
in
never
Queensland.
eaten it. I want to try it, but I've never eaten it.
We're not allowed
You've
to have
never
rabbits
eaten
in
rabbit?
Queensland.
No.
No.
Oh man, it is good.
My
Mm.
neighbor, he goes, because there's a butcher shop here in town, and he said once in a while they get rabbit there, and I don't know if they're out. Really don't know if they're open or not because of COVID, a lot of businesses shut down around here.
But yeah, rabbit, either young rabbit done in a tomato sauce, and then you take the rabbit out of tomato sauce, you put tomato sauce over pasta, and cut the rabbit up and serve it on top. Delicious. Or older rabbit stewed.
It's like
Or
around here. I know a lot of people
fried
that
up
squirrel
in a
hunt and eat
skillet.
squirrel.
Yeah, I'd want a bacon rabbit to fry it though.
Bacon makes everything better.
Rabbit's not got a lot of fat to it, and it gets dry really, really easy. So if you're roasting it or frying it, it tends to want something to give it a bit of oil back.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm in the South, and everything gets fried here. And,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
is that deep fried?
well,
Yeah.
no, it's not. It's not really even deep. I mean, you can, but no, I don't like deep fried. I like the big black skillet with a little bit of oil. A good batter, and fried rabbit like that. It's just like fried chicken.
Well,
But-
so if you're putting a batter on it, then that's stopping what moisture there is from going out.
I mean, see, cooking in the South. I mean, we're not out there deep frying everything. That's in the restaurants. Now, in the real South, we've got sometimes we are deep frying, but it's mostly in a skillet.
Yeah.
And the more country you get, the less oil you use. Because ain't no sense in wasting stuff. And
I
it's
don't know.
taken,
I've seen some pretty country people who have a great big pot of oil to cook their turkey for Thanksgiving.
but that's new.
That's
That's
different.
new
That's
stuff.
Thanksgiving. That's
That's
totally
new
different.
stuff. That ain't old country. Granny
I-
wasn't out there deep frying a turkey.
I thought they would have roasted it in the oven.
deep fried turkey.
Deep fried turkey is
Yeah,
oh my god.
she wasn't doing that. We didn't do that back in the day.
It's
that
good
ain't-
though. It's delicious.
Oh, it is good.
It's
It
very
is
good.
But we didn't do that back in the day. You know, country, hillbilly country. There wasn't none of that. You know, we would have blown ourselves up. You know, if we tried that, it'd been bad. No, country is like you get that skillet on top of that wood stove, and it's got either like little bacon grease, like Rebel Canners just said.
Yep.
A little bit of lard, which is basically the same thing.
And
you put that, batter that chicken up, and you put it in there, and you just about sweat it to death more than you do frying it, and it comes out with this just awesome taste. But it's not like dunked in a bunch of oil, because that costs money.
Yeah. And
it costs money, and back in the old day, it's hard to keep your oil, stop it from going rancid.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Crisco does have a lifespan, life expectancy before it goes rancid. That's nasty, then.
I've had lard go rancid because there was a span I didn't use it, and I went using it, and I had to throw it out because it had the most awful taste.
And this coffee is rancid. I'm suffering here, okay? I'm suffering. Y'all don't know, all right? I'm sitting here. We're talking about coffee and everything. Normally, I'll make me a pot by now, so I'm a little late. I make a pot of coffee, and it's tasting funny. Y'all, I don't even know if I want to tell this or not, but I need to. I found a bug parts in there. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yuck.
I was like, what in the world? What is making this taste bad? Yeah. So
I hope it wasn't
extra
a stink bug.
vitamins in there.
yeah, I'm suffering here, but I'm drinking it.
Fresh protein?
Fresh protein. It's a protein shake. Yeah. Oh.
Well, last year with my bun coffee maker, I have it sitting next to my one kitchen cabinet. And last year, I was having issues with fire ants coming in the house. There was a nest right outside the front wall, under the window.
Poor Tammy.
Rebel Canners, I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep talking about coffee.
You need to walk faster, Tammy.
If it worked, if coffee
day,
wasn't so good, I wouldn't be talking about it.
Exactly.
Sorry,
one
Terry.
day I went to make coffee, and I had ants going into where I put my water in my coffee, and they were putting their babies in there.
Oh, that's just not good.
No, because
that's not
with
cool.
a coffee maker, it keeps that water warm. It keeps it hot. So they were going. The weather was getting colder, and they were putting their babies in there to keep them warm. Yeah, that stopped real fast. Real fast.
That's just a sad way to go.
And I had to wait. I had to clean out the coffee maker. I had to refill it, sanitize it, all that stuff. I had to wait an hour before I could have coffee. I was so mad.
Hey, on the subject of coffee, there is a great video going, and it's a series starting up right now on one of our lesser known Shed Warriors channels. And that is it's so lesser known that I can't think of the name.
Challenge.
It's so secret you don't even know it.
High Plains Living, okay? High Plains Living. He just did a thing about why I don't buy pre-ground coffee and I make my own, okay? And that's something else I was thinking about. I was like, well, because he's talked about all the roaches and stuff that is in pre-ground coffee. I'm sitting there
Is
looking
that
at my
hot plains or high plains?
high
High
I got
plains,
it.
high plains
High
living.
plains?
Why I roast my own.
And so I'm looking at my can of Folgers there, which is just the same as he's showing. And he goes in depth with everything about what's in there. It's like, okay, great. I've been drinking bugs a long time, so I'm just going to go ahead and suffer with this today. But when it's fresh, it's got a bite to it.
Totally different. And you're lucky it wasn't a stink bug. Oh god, that would have been nasty.
That
That
would
was
be terrible. But a little roach is bad enough. I'm gonna put some Vegemite in here. But anyhow, he
Don't
is
use the
starting up.
Vegemite.
Coffee with a kick.
He's starting up a little deal where he's roasting his own coffee beans. That's what he says he does. And
Yeah.
he's got all these bags of coffee. And so he's about to start showing his roasting of all of that. Thought that might be interesting. I want to know. I mean, I haven't searched it out, but he's got bulk bags shipped in or something.
Oh, he's out in New Mexico.
Yeah. New Mexico.
Yeah, New Mexico.
Yeah. Early, I ain't hearing everything.
He's got a lot of different blends of coffee.
Yeah. Thought that might be interesting. Help him drive some traffic. Actually, one of the channels and the people that I have lots of respect for, they don't get much traction. But they're in that mountain desert environment. The growing conditions there are very difficult. So it's a struggle during the good times for them to be doing some good gardening. All right, don't let it get quiet and awkward all at once. Somebody say something.
We were listening. And we're all looking at high place living.
We were sitting on Grandpa's knee listening to him tell a story.
That's
there
right.
you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've never bought coffee beans and ground them up for coffee. I can drink any kind of coffee pretty much, but my husband got me hooked on Maxwell House Master Blend.
I used to just drink 8 o'clock bean. Once I discovered that 8 o'clock bean here, that is good stuff. You go to the store and it's not ground yet. You know, it's just the beans and you grind it there. I really like that. Or you bring it home and grind it yourself. But it's more expensive, and Folgers, good old Folgers, gets the job done. Especially if you're adding fresh roaches at your own house in your coffee maker. Y'all, I'm struggling with this now.
Oh, Penny's waiting in line at Starbucks.
With all the rain that Arkansas has gotten, I'm surprised you guys ain't floating over there.
But he's not in Arkansas.
No, he's in Alabama, but still. He's only a couple states over from me.
Wild edibles, yes, ma'am. That red can is worth the value of the little roach parts or whatever you got to do. It's just on my mind here bad because it's on my tongue. It's like I've been out playing with dang crickets or bugs or something. I got that taste on my fingers, you know, and you know you can't just you got to wash your hands a bunch of times. You can taste it. That's in this coffee, people. It's
That's not pleasant.
It got worse. Oh,
my hands are really clean. And I was playing in the forge before I came on here. So.
I appreciate you all coming and joining me. I feel very privileged.
I feel privileged. The rest of these people, I can't speak for them, but I'm very privileged to be up here on this live with you. You're awesome here. Carolyn.
I think you're pretty awesome too. I appreciate it.
Darren, he's a little cocky, but I'm humble. I
What?
appreciate it. He's a little
You
cocky.
said you're a little cocky,
Yeah.
Hmm.
but he's also got your big pepper.
The frustrating part is he actually knows a lot to back that cockiness.
Yes, he does, and that's the scary part.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a lot of useless facts in my head.
You have a lot of useful facts in your head as well.
And that too. Well, I'm going to have to start calling it a night because I need to be up and set up for a live in the morning.
You do.
I've actually got to set up this time.
Oh.
I've got to get ready for work. I go to work in an hour.
You know, it's. I was looking at that time, and it shows 7 o'clock my time tonight. You know, just the time thing. It really trips me out sometimes. I'm like, it's still daytime for me. When I go to bed, it's going to be your morning or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, and I am not a morning person. And I've not only got to get up, I've got to get the forge warmed up. I've got to get steel cut and ready and tools in place.
But
yeah, it's going to be awesome.
you picked the time that you're going to have the live.
Yeah, because I picked the time because I want it to run into Steve and Julianne's, and we don't want theirs too late for American time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who is
So
Steve
there's-
and Julianne?
Sweeney's Creek.
Oh, okay.
So they're doing one after me, and we don't want to have theirs go on too late and Americans not be able to view theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's to be 8 o'clock your time, Robert. Darren be
'Cause-
7, Sweeney's will be 8 for Robert.
I've got the bigger channel, that's why I'm going to go first, and that way I can recommend people head across there.
Which is very thoughtful.
So,
I guess we. We take it for granted, but I suppose other parts of the world really try to tap into our normal viewing times. You know.
yeah. American viewing market's huge. I mean, like you guys have got, what, 300 something million people?
I don't know. Probably all of them have 2 devices and too much time on their hands.
Yeah. Whereas
You have
we've
a large
got
population.
22 million people. So, if we can tap into your viewing market, it's huge.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I can't speak for everybody here, but I've got so many Australian channels that I have watched for so long. I've got loads of prospecting channels. Now, I don't get to watch them anymore. I have to force myself to watch them. That's like even self-sufficient me. That's a long-term channel for me. And I've watched him for so long, and I don't even get to watch him now because I'm watching all the Shed Wars stuff. And all my Aussie prospectors, I don't get to watch them, like I used to. But when I'm having supper or something, a lot of times when I'm having a meal, I'll sneak in like some time to watch, my fun stuff,
Yeah. Well, that's the same with me. Like, once a month I go through my subscription list and go, who do I need to send some love to? But like my enjoyment watching time is watching stuff like Greg Judy and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't watched Greg Judy for ages.
Yeah, I absolutely love Greg Judy. And most of the people I know don't have Greg Judy's depth of knowledge, and I watch him to learn stuff.
Who is Greg Judy?
He's a regenerative grazer.
Oh, okay. Silver pasture and stuff.
Yeah.
A little bit of silver pasture. There we go.
Yeah.
Greg Judy's really good.
He has soft pole cows, and they're gorgeous. And he's
yeah.
And some lovely sheep.
Yeah.
There's some great people out there. You know, I've watched Jeff Lawton and every kind of permaculture, you know, and everything you could think of. I've watched it for years, and actually kind of dropped off of watching it, you know. And as I'm building my channel and supporting more people and everything, I've had to. And Rob Bob, I love watching Rob Bob. Used to.
I love
He's
Rob
great.
Bob.
That's exactly.
He's a good friend,
he
Rob.
is the man. I love him. Now there's anyhow. Oh, I'm just rambling.
All right, but yeah, I need to go because I need to be up early tomorrow.
Yeah, I probably should get going too, actually, because it's like midnight here. and
I know.
I've got to homeschool 2 boys tomorrow morning.
I don't know how this live's going to turn out because I've never done a live forge, so the sound could be tricky, and I'm going to need mods in there to manage the chat because I won't be able to talk.
Well, no, you won't.
It's going to work out good.
I'll be in there watching.
Yeah, I've got.
I will do my best.
Julianne's definitely going to be on.
Yeah.
So that will be good.
I struggle at those 10 a.m. weekdays because I really should be doing schoolwork.
It's tricky because I've got to give up control of chat to other people so I can swing a hammer.
Yes, you do.
It'll be good.
You'll do fine.
You got good
So you're going to have your chat going, and it's going to feed into Sweeney's Creek Live.
Yeah, well, I'll get them to drop a link to theirs.
There you go.
At the end of mine. You know, like you guys done that for the Shed Wars stuff last year, and like you had the Friday night sort of schedule going, and it worked really well for you guys. And it's like we need to capture a bit of that and try and help each other out.
Yeah. Cooperative efforts help everybody so much. You know, that's the one thing I was not prepared for about, you know, as if there was only one thing that my hillbilly self wasn't prepared for, was starting a YouTube channel. But it's the cutthroat mentality that so many people have that I have seen. And they will just do all kinds of stuff. And it's like, you'd be better off to work together, you know, than fighting each other. And I just don't get it. But that's the story of the human race, right? You know, but anyhow, you're going to do great tonight, Darren, and I'm going to be there to cheer you on.
Thanks, mate. I probably won't be able to see you cheering. I'll probably have my iPad handy so I can read the comments if I take a break.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's probably going to take me the full hour just to forge this one.
Yeah, that'll be good. Can't wait to see it.
And I ran a practice run tonight just to see what it's like and that sort of thing. But I've got to change the design from what I'd done because I wasn't happy with it.
Oh, good thing you did a practice run then. I'm sure it will go really, really well.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, it's bye from me.
See you, Darren.
See you later,
and
Darren.
I'm going to head off too. So thank you, everyone, for joining me. And I'll catch you through the week in the comments. You're most welcome. Good. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate you, Terry and Robert, and everybody that's in the chat. And I look forward to seeing Time Shine's new channel name.
Yeah.
And good luck, everyone, finding me now that I'm Janderra homesteading down under. Just to confuse myself.
Sleep well, Janderra. Take care of yourself, girl.
Thank you. Bless you guys. You have a great week. See ya.